All righty, and we are live. Hey, folks! Thank y'all for being here. I'm Steve K5ATA with the Coffee and Ham Radios crew. So good to have y'all. Before we get going too far, all that YouTube stuff down below, hit that like button, hit subscribe. We do appreciate it.
Yes.
There's some links down there below, Amazon affiliate link and Patreon link and stuff like that, and that helps me support the Padawans, which it's looking like I'm going to have 26-ish or so for my STEM camps this summer. So at least that's where the number is now. They've got a couple more days to sign up, but good dealio. Anyway, let's start at the top. What's up, dude?
Hey, that's me. I'm Ham Radio Dude. How are you tonight, Steve?
Fantabulous. I have a confession to make in a minute, but I'll do it after the intros. So.
Oh yes, it's been 12 minutes since my last confession.
Yeah.
I'm really good. I spent the day out there at Illinois State Beach again, doing some parks in the air. I'll tell you what, when you put the lieutenant dude up in the air and you think you're going to do it on a beach, don't, because the tent stakes that I was using didn't go down deep enough. So as soon as I got that first big wind, it blew the dude over. But what I will say is I got my 10 contacts in before that happened, so I was happy. And overall, it was a good day.
Sweet. T.O.
Hey, that's me. So, yeah, I am temporarily offline. I'm Steve, KM9G. I'm the other Steve in the room here tonight, and I do ham radio stuff and vintage computer stuff, and I repair old stuff, and I play with Raspberry Pis, and who knows? You never know what you're going to find with me. So that's me.
Sweet. And the Dark Knight here in the corner, the Smoking Ape.
Yeah, apologies to everybody. I bought 2 more lights, and they were about $100 for these 2 lights. Each one is, I think, 5,000 lumens. They're box lights, and it's darker than it was before I added them. So right now I've got 2, 4, 6 lights right here, cranking out tons of. It's hot because all these lights are on, and for whatever reason I'm darker, so I got to figure that out. I'm thinking the webcam might have gone bad, but thanks for having me on, Steve, and thank you to everybody in the chat. I'll try to behave, and in case you don't know, I do videos on ham radio and ham radio accessories.
So, and quick little shout out, Andy. Appreciate it, Andy. Join the channel, which is one of those buttons down below. Andy has been a patron of mine for a good hot minute now, and so he's now supporting me in the Padawans 2 ways. So much appreciated for that, Andy.
No, Andy's he's a great guy. He supports tons of ham radio channels. Great enthusiastic ham radio guy.
So I have a brief confession to make.
Here we go.
Yeah. So I ran out of coffee, and I was kind of in a pinch. So
This was Monday.
No, this was yesterday. I ran out of coffee again.
Wow. Okay.
And
Coffee lot.
I work 93 hours a week, brother. No, this was yesterday. And but anyway, so I live here in the country where we have Dollar Generals like everywhere. So I hit the Dollar General to resupply the coffee. It was an emergency situation. Okay, you have to understand. Sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. And my choices were Maxwell House, Folgers, and the McDonald's cafe, the McCafe coffee.
Folgers got them flavor crystals.
Yeah, well,
I drink Folgers daily.
Well, now I drink Folgers at school because it's that kind of quantity. And you can't afford fancy schmancy. It's kind of like Ape and his Miller Lite thing. If you're gonna do it in quantity, you got to save a coin somewhere. But at the house, I like little different stuff. Anyway, so I picked up the McCafe thing, and I actually like it.
Oh boy, that's how they get you.
And to the point of, I've got the big one, I've got the backup one, which by the way, everybody needs one of those coffee cups.
Well, you're going to get hooked on that coffee, and you're going to find yourself going to McDonald's.
No, I'm just going to buy the coffee and make it at home.
This is the guy that the Red Cross will not let donate blood. It came out a little too dark. They're like,
they're like, I'm sorry, buddy, your caffeine level is a little high. And especially since I start my day off with, a cup of coffee, and then I drink one of those V8 Fusion energy drinks. It has the equivalent of another cup of coffee. And for a while,
those are good.
Actually, they are good. So, child unit likes them.
What is it? The V8 Fusion has got coffee in it?
No, caffeine.
Oh,
And,
that might be good. I like V8. I like it a lot.
It's the fruity stuff though.
I thought it was mixed with coffee too. There, I was like, no.
But the Coca-Cola coffee is not bad. If you've not tried that Coke coffee, you got to get the dark roast.
So you're down in the southeast, and there's a company in your area called Holler Roast, and it's supposed to be that special time of day coffee when you've done an extra special job, you deserve a reward, and that reward is Holler Roast coffee that comes from the Holler.
I always deserve a reward.
The No Code Tech had mentioned Death Wish and Black Rifle coffee.
Those are both
I haven't
good.
tried either, but I've wanted to try them both.
I've tried Black Rifle. It's not bad. Whoa, ape change. And Black Rifle is not bad.
Helps it a little bit.
Yeah, you're flickering. You have moments of light.
There's something going on with the camera, I think.
I think this camera's going to go in a trash can, and I have two of them. I have a backup, but I'd have to go.
That's your Logitech?
It is the Logitech, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Good. It's good now.
Because it's good right now.
Don't move.
Yeah, don't move.
At all. Stop breathing. Good.
We had you for a minute, though.
It's better. We should say better.
Yeah, you turn a little gray.
It must have been something I ate.
Yeah. So
you on that the essential oil diet too, or what?
No, here's what happened to me. I went into the office today. I haven't been there since I think it was March 17th in 2020. And I get up super early to go into the office. It's like 7:15 in the morning, and I'm like, I'm gonna pull into Dunkin' Donuts and get me one of them bagel sandwiches. I pull in. I'm in the drive-in line for like 20 minutes. Like there's like 30 cars in there, and I'm like, what is this all about? I get in there. I order my bagel sandwich. When I get it, there's no sausage patty on there.
Oh no!
Well, I was hot. I was upset. I was getting ready to call the manager and be like, "How are you going to make this right?" I'm like, "You're going to need to drive this. You're going to have to drive me a new sandwich with a sausage patty to work."
They were like, "Yeah, right, coming right up, sir."
Yeah, I'm sure that worked out well for you.
Yeah, I didn't call him. I might write a letter though.
I got upset because my I had to go to Culver's for some lunch, and I'm on this pretty strict diet, so I got a salad. Excuse me, I say it funky. And with chicken, and I got all the way back to the beach to eat it, and they didn't give me a fork.
So what did you make some chopsticks real quick with a
caveman it, brother? You caveman
yeah,
it.
you got it. I ate it with my hands. I'm like, there was a little bit of sand on my hand still, but
eat that salad like a man.
It helps keep things moving through the system.
Yes, adds bulk.
The point of my story is don't diet and just eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah. So Keith says Black Rifle is good, but the K-Cups are a little pricey. My problem with the K-Cups is they're never strong enough. If you open a K-Cup before you get any water in there, it's like the bottom fourth, maybe a third. Whereas if you get the little refillable cup, you can pack that bad boy all the way to the top and actually get a halfway decent cup of Joe. So, and the child unit is my child unit because she's going off Monday now to 2 months of summer college, and her main thing she needed was, she's not allowed to have anything with a hot plate, so no traditional coffee maker. And she doesn't have the space for a big old Keurig machine, so we got her one of the little single cup things. She's like, that's fine, as long as I can stuff it full of coffee. I'm like, yeah, that's my kid. So
my daughter, we got one of those like super small K-Rug, whatever they are, machines, and for her dorm room. Her dorm room was like nicer. It was nice. I was like, I might move in down here.
Get one of those British kettles that heats water up in like seconds flat.
Right,
do a little pour over.
Yeah, you got to have the little 220 or something to make it go as fast as the Brits do.
When we were in college, we would take our coffee makers and we would put the ramen in the coffee maker, and then we pour the water in the top, and the coffee maker would get hot and drip the water onto the ramen. That's how we would cook our ramen, because apparently we were too cheap for a microwave.
So
there was a thing in the news where this college kid ended up getting scurvy because he would just eat mac and cheese every day and wasn't getting any vitamin C or whatever. And I just saw my camera go crazy again. And he went to the doctor, and the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. And when they finally did, they were like, we hadn't seen a case of scurvy in like 100 years, but that's what he had.
Sweet. So the actual topic is, YouTubers, Hamfest, and chasing squirrels.
We're doing good on one of those two topics.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to experiment with what if one of y'all wants, because I kind of need a little training on this StreamYard before, Sunday. So if one of y'all wants to pull up the YouTubers Hamfest scheduler webpage, I want to experiment with giving you the screen sharing and let you have it there. So because I'm going to have to give the screen over to Jason Johnson, not that Jason, the one at POTA.
The good one.
I wasn't going to put it that way, but since you did. But he's going to come talk about some of the new stuff they've got in the works and is ready to go live with. So, but he's going to have to be able to do the screen share thing. So, do I just click the share button, or how do I do that to you?
Add to stream.
We got a bunch of tough guys.
So one of us needs to share it out to you.
Yeah, so somebody's got to hit the share button for me.
I nominate Dude.
Oh, you want me to do it? Yeah.
I nominate Dude too. So in the chat, we got a bunch of tough guys. They're like, the coffee's not strong enough for me. I like coffee like poison. I want it strong as poison. Everybody's.
I'm getting through my day caffeine free.
YouTubersHamfest.com.
Yeah, just pull up. I want to go kind of look at the schedule and let some folks see what we've got coming.
All right, let me make sure.
Since we can no longer comment on the QRZ, close all those other windows.
Let me make sure everything's kosher here, guys. You know.
Yeah, close the tab for only hams.
Yeah, right. That's what we learned last night. I'm actually trying to figure out how to share the screen here.
It's just one dude on Only Hams.
Yeah,
it's A5ATA in the shower.
It's actually Frank is who it is. Okay, so I
would not be surprised.
Right, so there we go. All right.
This isn't it, is it?
Can we change that? Can we change that?
Somewhere.
Change that thumbnail.
Yeah, click that big pink link.
Okay, so here we are, May 28th, 29th, and 30th, right?
Yeah, and of course hang on, I can't. Let me blow the screen up so I can try to see what it says. All right, so it starts on the 28th.
Steve, I could zoom in a little bit if you need me to.
Oh no, if somebody
it is your moral responsibility to zoom in, dude.
Yeah, I would say hit the plus it up a little bit.
Hold on, I'm not that smart, guys.
In the top, in the top right hand corner, there you go. Go ahead and hit that, and then you should get a drop down that allows you to do it. There you go.
There you go. And I pinned the link up at the top too. So thank you for putting that in there, Andy. All right, so starting off,
Wawa is the best coffee. Dan is correct.
I will experience Wawa when I head up to the northeastish part of the world.
You will.
So, all right, got the DX Commander and then Ape and Tank. What are you doing hanging out with Tank, Ape?
Well, they were looking for somebody to do the kickoff, and I don't know exactly how it happened, but Tank and I started talking about it, and we said, "Hey, well, let's just go ahead and do the kickoff." He's enthusiastic. He has exuberance, I think is the word I want to use, and so we're just gonna do it. I don't know exactly what our plan is, and this says okay, so it's UTC and. All right. But we have two introductions. DX Commander's doing the introduction to do the kickoff. I'm not 100% sure how that works. But
I'd like to introduce you to the introduction, and then the introduction will introduce you to the Hamfest.
I think T.O. and I were thinking about doing an introduction to the introduction of the introduction.
We need to do a contest for the introduction.
And somebody probably needs to do an introduction to the wrap-up.
Yeah,
I think we need to wrap up with an introduction.
Well, we need to have a wrap-up to the wrap-up, and then we have to have the after show.
We might actually be having an after show.
An after show.
Yeah,
but I did talk to Callum and
Lord Callum. We must.
Well, I'm on a first name basis with him. I'm not sure about you boys, but anyhow, we.
Hey, put the quick shutdown.
But
miss me with that stuff.
Yeah, so Tank and I are actually going to join his stream as it's ending, and then have it pass over to ours. I'm not sure how we're going to make that work, especially with my janky camera, but we'll have to get it figured out.
You got it back there. You're good. But yeah, so I think the plan is Callum's going to, because he's got a huge following of folks everywhere, but a lot of them across the pond. So it kind of lets them know.
Yeah. What is this Wawa? Wawa is a type of goose.
I've eaten a Wawa goose before.
Awesome.
They're greasy, ain't they?
Yeah, but you got to cook it just right. It's kind of like coon. Down here in Mississippi, we eat coon.
Hey, Ape, I fixed your camera.
Okay, thank you.
So, and then rolling on through, Josh has got, that's an unusual time for Josh there, but he's got his going. Chameleon Antennas and HRO. Then that other Jason's got his deal, Radio Runner, Ham Radio DX. And that's kind of, what time is that for him?
Beats the heck out of me.
That's like late or early, whichever way you want to look at
It
it.
might be like 9 or 10 in the morning because aren't they like more than 12 hours ahead?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Guess
They're
what
just-
though? We don't know, but the cool thing is there's somebody in the chat right now who's like, I'm going to show them that I know, and they're going to
they're Googling
let
it.
us know.
So this is out of date because and so FEP Labs, Jimmy is in the chat, and this got me to thinking about it. Ham Radio Crash Course is actually doing a special on oscilloscopes with George from Smoke and Solder, Chameleon antennas and HROs.
I thought he changed that just the other day or something again.
The other day.
Oh, so you say maybe changed it back, or
I don't know. I know because he had some other stuff scheduled for his Saturday, and
or just hold on, everybody just calm down. I'm going to check the official spreadsheet that nobody's allowed to see.
Yeah, so all of y'all.
It says Chameleon. It says Chameleon and HRO. Well,
yeah, good luck.
That kind of stinks on ice because I was really looking forward.
Well, did he move the?
He did. So it's Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon.
Oh, wait! You're poking Dan. Hang on.
No, we're not kidding you, Dan.
Dan is a wonderful, wonderful dude.
I wouldn't kid you, Dan.
Everybody support your local beer snack. That's all I'm
moving
say.
into Saturday.
So, yeah, moving into Saturday, we got some more of our distant folks there. And golly, 2.0's on here all the time, man. And then
he was complaining about me having too many spots.
Izzo has got a POTA presentation. Go ahead.
My bad. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say anything.
Well, you can say everything. I don't care.
9 a.m. for Coffee and Ham Radios is actually on Ham Radio Dude's channel.
It is.
So be on the lookout on Ham Radio Dude's channel for Coffee and Ham Radios.
Check the official playlist.
Yeah, now that's a good point.
Dang nabbit beer snack.
But when you get into these chats, all of us should be pinning the playlist up at the top. So
I know a guy makes a good playlist.
I know a guy who makes a great playlist, like religiously, and
he makes playlists of his playlist. He's got a playlist of his playlist.
I make playlist and playlist accessories.
Yo, dog. I heard you like playlists.
And Izzo's doing a POTA thing. That's kind of his big thing. And I think he's doing a basic how to POTA kind of thing, getting started.
Izzo is like the POTA whisperer. Like he is very, very experienced in that space. And like he did a special with Rob from 741. I'm going to fan out on Izzo real quick. He did a special with 741.
We can't see you.
That's okay. And just the way that he just casually mentioned all these tips and tricks that as they were going through it, I'm like, each one of those can be a video.
I was like, dude, that's 30 videos.
Yeah. I mean, he just is a ton of experience in that space.
So, and he's a great dude too. He has done a ton to support the Padawans too. So he's not in here, but Izzo, when you catch it on Team Replay, appreciate you, brother.
Oh wait a minute, he's not watching right now. I was just saying that to be nice.
Oh man, what a waste.
He'll watch later. Somebody will tell him we're talking about him, and he'll
Ape
come
is
watch.
correct. Yeah.
And then Tank's gonna do some ribs. So I think the goal of that is just to make everybody hungry, because it's not like we can eat the ribs.
Hamfest food, yeah.
You know, ribs are
Onto the second cup.
Pork and ham, I guess.
Well, ham is pork. Ish.
I guess.
Pork.
Dan says take it back. I don't know what we are supposed to be taking back.
And then and then K6ARK propagation stuff. That should be a good
Well,
one.
hold on a second. You must need to clean them glasses, son. You just skipped over a bunch of stuff.
I skipped over this weird guy. He's the dark guy.
You're talking about 741?
No, I was talking about that antenna build. Oh, the 741 is at the top. It's some guy. I can't hardly see him. His camera's too dark.
Yeah. Well, 741 did. He interviewed the guys from SDR Play last time, and that was one of my favorite segments for the 2020 YouTubers Hamfest. If any of you guys who are in SDRs, they are the cutting edge. Well, they're not the cutting edge. They put out a really good SDR at a really good price. That should be a good video.
That should be a good one. And the Ape is building an antenna.
Yep. So I had to take off work because I was having trouble getting this build done just because of time constraints. And yesterday I spent about 7 hours working on that video, and I was bent. I was soured up about it. It was just taking too long. But it's the ARRL end-fed half wave that they're selling on their store right now. It turned out fantastic. Really, really happy with that.
Great. I'm anxious to check that one out. So,
well, it's like $59, and I had a coupon from the league for like $10 or $15 off or something like that.
You mean a coupon?
What I said? Coupon.
You said coupon.
Coupon.
It is
That's
coupon.
It's coupon.
It's not coupon. It's coupon.
Think of the Holy Wars, boys.
It's zero and it's not O. It's O and it's not zero. It's coupon.
So if that's coupon, then why is it couch?
Well, because there's a long O. So I was out in the
Didn't work that way, but
It's cowpon.
yeah, I was in the Jeep and I was cleaning out the glove box and I found a bunch of fuses and I was looking at this one and it was a 40 amp fuse, but when I picked it up, it was upside down, so it was OH. And I was like, oh look, I've got a 0 amp fuse for ham radio, dude.
OH.
0 amp. That is awesome. Trying to do whip grease.
I'm looking forward to that antenna build though.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm looking forward to K6ARK's propagation prediction using the VOA cap.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah.
And then Tank's going to get his meat on. If that's not your thing, just keep on rolling.
Oh, wait until later when he pulls it off.
Yeah. So, coop in. Oh, I don't know about that, Rob.
Coop and clipping.
And then Craig's talking to Alpha Antenna, and I guess he's talking. Is that live? I don't know if that's live or not. Either way, they're good dudes. They make that FMJ.
Gray coupon.
They do the Alpha Antenna does those like log periodics, right? That everybody uses for chasing the birds.
I don't know. I've got that vertical. That's the vertical I use with the Padawans and whatnot.
Oh, I might be thinking elk. I might be thinking elk antenna.
Elk does log periodics, yeah.
But that Alpha makes they're high dollar antennas, but a bunch of 13-year-olds haven't broken it in over a year, so that says something. Ham Radio TV, Ham Radio DX. Golly, DX is in here a bunch too. From Australians. And then, all right, so the YL gang is on your channel, T.O.? Is that the way that's working?
No, the YL gang is on Leah's channel. I went in and reserved a bunch of spaces in the name of some very distinguished celebrities, which is how we got Coffee and Ham Radios in there Saturday and Sunday morning, and the YL gang in there. This is Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, so it's Unit's looking forward to that. So,
is she going to be on it?
She is.
Excellent. See, I don't know these things. They keep me in the dark.
And it's best that way.
Yeah, she's bypassing like going 4-wheeler riding or something.
To hang out with your girls, yeah.
And I was like, "There you go, kid." And I met another cool YL, McElroy, Audrey McElroy.
Excellent.
She's the one that does. Well, I met her via Zoom. She's doing some stuff for us at AWRL right now, but she's got some cool stuff going with the hot air balloons and the APRS stuff. So that's pretty cool. And she's up for a Young Ham of the Year this year. So she's pretty cool. Her and her little brother.
Those hot air balloon APR systems are awesome.
Well, her brother. Go ahead.
I was to say, what's the age max for a Young Ham on the Year?
I have no idea.
So, I think it's up to like 24.
You're probably too old, dude.
Dang.
We did define it in Toads. There's a YL chat, not a YL chat. There's a Young Hams chat.
Dang.
But
there are some YLs in it.
Yeah, her little brother Jack's got a balloon that's been up for like 65 days or something like that.
Wow.
They use these bags that they ship sushi in instead of actual balloons because they're like super thin or whatever and light. At least that's what they do on W5KUB. He has a guy on who's like the foremost authority on APRS balloons, and that's how they're doing it.
Yeah, and they like only fill it like a third of the way because
gotta expand.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
There's definitely a little bit of science to that, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to learning more about that.
Well, they need to be very talented, like that. So I guess it gets its geo coordinates from satellites when it's up in the air because there's certain restrictions on broadcasting, even that high up above certain countries. So like when you're over top of, I can't remember.
It passed over China. I mean, I figure if anybody's got a restriction, China does.
Well, there's one country over there that they went after one of our submarines like 10 years ago or something like that. That I can't remember the name of the country.
That seems like a suicide mission.
So
yeah.
Either way, that's a pretty cool thing there. Where'd I leave off? Because somebody's going to call me.
Then we're going to talk about Tank's meat some more.
Tank's going to talk about his meat a little bit more.
Mid-smoke checkup.
Buddy Pole is going to be on
Just to
here.
go see a doctor.
Ham Radio TV, Ham Radio Dude, and To. Oh, for the FT8 off.
Good old-fashioned FT8 off.
Scroll that thing up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need some sound effects here, and I'm going to actually stop the screen for just a second here while we do these sound effects.
Got to do the dance.
Here, I got you.
Do you want a professional to do this or what?
We want you to dance, Ape.
Well, you know, that's
The
probably not.
dude's running the soundboard, so you have to dance. You got no excuse now. Look at that. No spillage.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I'll go ahead and throw that out there. Several people have been sending emails saying, you know, how to support the Hamfest and whatnot. And each individual ham or show, you can, you know, throw a super chat at the people as you're figuring out. It's months and months of planning.
Yemen is the country that I was trying to name. Yemen.
I'll return in 20 seconds. I apologize.
Got to make water.
That's the soundboard just took it all out of him, folks.
Yeah,
I gotta go stretch.
That's a quick water make, and of course he took our screen away. So.
Oh yeah.
Jim says he wants the pro doing the sound. Yeah, wants the pro doing the sound.
How's all my friends out in Chicago doing tonight? Good to see ya. No.
I guess not.
Dude left, so I guess we don't have the.
Yeah, we don't have the stuff up. I guess I could pull it up here, but
no.
I would hate to.
You're gonna pull a hammy.
Yeah, I would hate to mess dude's thing up. So, then he'd have to talk to Frank about. Never mind.
Walt Wilson, also known as Walt Whitman by Ham Radio Dude, is in the chat.
And wants to know who's going to work the WPX CW contest. Not I, said the fly. That's what I.
Those contest and CW boys, they're a little fast.
I'll share my screen again.
Yeah, you took our screen away, man.
Don't cry about it.
We had to just kind of like figure out what to do while you were gone, and it was awkward.
Yeah, I drank coffee for like 12 seconds.
There we go. That should be good. And then.
All right, so yeah, you got to scroll us down a little bit.
All right, back to the pull off.
Hang on, let me hide this so it's out of the way.
There we go.
Oh,
we're on the Tank Radio pull off after the FT8 off.
It's all about off.
And then Ham Radio or DX again with I can't read that. What is that? Interview with who?
With Zach Tech RF.
I don't know what Zach Tech RF is.
That'll be a good one to watch.
That'll be a good one to watch. And that's the great thing about these things is you learn a little bit of something new. And then Chuck's got John Kruk from Yaesu coming on. And Josh has got Ray with ICOM. And I'll be hanging out with Ray on that one. Yeah, that might be interesting.
Versus ICOM. Let's see how this goes.
So we should probably throw them all in the same stream and just have fun with it.
Right, let them talk about who was better.
Yeah. No, I'm not even gonna start.
I'm glad Chuck got the Yaesu guy.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
He is front and center Yaesu. So that's good for him.
Yeah, he's definitely a Yaesu fan. So, and then Radio Run is going to do some soda stuff and outdoor operation tips, and we're just going to call that chasing squirrels with him.
Shooting the breeze.
That's it.
Welcome to Sunday, May 30th, and we're going to start the morning off with good old KK6USY Ham Radio Adventures and an interview with, what is his first name again? Colin. Yeah, oh my gosh, MM0OPX.
MMO0PX.
I can't do this, guys.
Right, MMOO. He has this antenna he designs, and I believe he sells them, but in very limited quantities. It's called the Active Antenna, and I guess it's the European British version of the Crank IR. It's actually really cool. So
I'm going to point out that's really early for Chuck because that's like 5 o'clock his time.
Yeah, but he's an old man. He gets up early.
Yeah, we talked about it today with him. We said, Chuck, this is a carefrontation, and is that really something that you want to be doing? And he says,
did you say carefrontation?
Yeah,
and he responded, "Who are you, and how'd you get in my house?"
Right, but he says the dogs get him up that early.
Yeah.
Ooh, just so you know, the McDonald's coffee when it gets chilly isn't as good.
No, it's not. It's kind of filmy.
Yeah, I can kind of like a
Red
cat.
Summit RF at 8 a.m. is learning Morse code with radio adventure gear, and I think he said Morse code ninja, right? Or did
Morse Ninja.
I always watch all the
that's not the schedule. Oh, hold on a second. I'm on Saturday. Never mind. Just everybody relax. That's right. Learning code with.
Abe's having a senior moment.
So I like to watch all the Learner Morse code ones so I can get pumped up for about it, then realize I just don't have enough time in the day.
All right, now I'm not having a senior moment. This is what we were arguing about the other day. I don't remember what stream it was. But at 7 a.m. is Coffee and Ham Radio hosted by Chuck. And he is having a feller on who is a new ham. So it's going to be Q&A with a new ham.
Dan, take notes.
Then it's Red Summit RF.
Yeah.
Then it's Chuck with me. With Colin.
So that's a good excuse, Izzo. You're allowed to be late for Daughters Award ceremonies. We'll let that slide. But you missed us talking about
rewind,
us. Yeah, we kind of talked about you a little bit.
We said some stuff about you. You might want to check it out.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Then we got so this is a different Coffee and Ham Radio than at 8 o'clock.
So yeah, this Coffee and Ham Radio should say Chuck Q KK6 USY, and that should be at 7, and then the 7 one should move down to 9.
Got it. So there's a little flip. As y'all can see, it's a constantly changing thingy here. And then the dude has got All-Star, and dude, I'm looking forward to that because I've never done it.
Interestingly enough, I'm not going to give anything away. It's more of an overview of All-Star in general. But
well, a lot of times I'll see All-Star videos and I'll watch them, and I walk away being like, "What the heck? I don't know if I learned anything." But lately, there's been a lot of good All-Star content that's been coming out, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think this is like kind of like a general overview of the whole thing, from the history to like how you can get involved, wrapped into 30 minutes.
I will definitely be watching that one because I know, well, all the All-Star stuff I know is that, song about, hey, now you're an All-Star.
Actually, you were on the stream last night, but I mentioned that's actually what I'm doing for 30 minutes is I'm just reading those lyrics.
You should sing those lyrics.
Somebody once told me
that the world was going to roll me.
And I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Because you were looking kind of dumb with your finger and your thumb.
I actually hired William Shatner to do it. So
nice.
But is 8 dancing? That's
now.
But what is that? Smash Mouth? Is that Smash Mouth?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, we'll keep it that way.
And then radio repair tips. That's a good one, 741, because we've got the Yaesu one up here, and I've got I've got 4 broken Yaesus right here, so I could use those tips.
Good thing Chuck's not watching; he might have a heart attack.
So,
well, I got to tell you, boys, there's a live breaking news right now that they tested the G90 on Sherwood. So the G90 is now listed in the Sherwood reports. Did you guys hear about this?
It's above the DFT DX10.
It's above the 991.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see, I was going to rub that in the chat.
I don't know if you're ever serious or not anymore because
I'm not. So pull it up. Sherwood.com, I think is what it is.
So now, in all seriousness, I do have a Yaesu. This is the one that Darkman sent.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that one.
I haven't handed it off to the Padawan yet because every time I try it, I'm like,
we got Papa Dave.
It gets stuck in your hand.
It does.
He's on stream delay.
Got grounding with Ham Radio TV. Excuse me.
And that in itself should be some dramatical content. So, like, that's a holy war conversation around the grounding right now. So I think that should be a good one.
And then ARK is doing a soda activation. Oh, here we go. He's got it.
However, the G90.
So I'll be doing a review on that soon.
You're going to have to now that it's on Sherwood. I'm going
to compare it to the FTDX10.
The best thing about the G90 is you can put your cup of coffee on top of it while you're using it, and it keeps it warm.
It actually makes it hotter.
So that bad boy.
Imagine how much more wattage it would put out in the air if it didn't have that coffee heater function.
Well, you need that fan right there, son.
But I like my coffee hot.
But do you really think it gets that hot though?
It gets pretty toasty, and it's when you're transmitting a bunch with it. It gets pretty toasty. So,
because I use mine a lot with FT8, and that's got a super high duty cycle, and I've never really noticed that being a problem. Of course, I keep my ALC properly adjusted.
You're in Nebraska where like the temperature is ambient temperature is significantly lower than down here in the SIP.
And you keep your shack at a cool 55 degrees with that air conditioner you got going on too.
It ain't 55 right now with all these lights. I can tell you that.
57. Okay.
And then To's got AWRL. What have we got going here?
So I just got a phone call from the AWRL today, and we are talking to the boys from the lab, and they're going to get extremely technical. It's going to be awesome.
And those are some cool guys too. You want to talk about some people that know some stuff that will melt your brain.
It's going to be live from the lab itself.
I guess that's a QEX level conversation. That should be pretty good.
I'm just going to sit back with this look of awe on my face.
Just kind of.
Somebody just going to say, "Hey guys, can you just talk about something for about? We got an hour," and I'll just.
And they will. They'll talk for an hour about their lab.
And the guy's like super comfortable, super chill on the phone. So I know it's going to be a good show.
So, and then I've got W3AAX with POTA and the new stuff that's kind of being rolled out. And then and then Kyle's got Node Red, which, I know nothing about that one either. So I guess I'll be watching Kyle's after mine. Another FT8 off. And which channel is that one going to land on? Do we know yet? It doesn't really matter because it'll be on the playlist, but
I think Sunday is TO's, but can't confirm her tonight. Oh, yeah, I can't confirm her tonight.
I don't know.
And then this,
hey, it's on ours. It's on one of mine or his. So
yeah, that's where it belongs.
Follow the playlist
somewhere. And then this one was already on here once, so just something's in the wrong place or something.
Yeah, let me check real quick because I think that that is scheduled. That's 5 p.m. right? Is that what you have there? Is Red Sun learning Morse code with Ham Radio Ninja, and he's got So he's learning Morse code in the morning with Radio Adventure Gear, and then he's learning Morse code with the Morse Code Ninja.
I just got a message from Ham Radio 2.0.
Weird. I thought he already knew Morse code. Okay. And then Ham Radio Crash Course has got George Z, who I'm not going to say because.
Hey, wait a minute. Goodgame?
Yo.
Curtis just arrived.
Just a wee bit late. Yeah, you are a wee bit late.
You just pronounced George's last name the way it's spelled.
Z. Zaphiropoulos. He's one of those people that would have an instant nickname in my class. And then I'm assuming that 7 o'clock Sunday Night Live, that's our happy hours.
This just in. Oh, yeah, Sunday Night Live? Yeah, I think that'll be like a wrap-up, right?
That's what I'm guessing. So what's your message from 2.0? Is it not for public dissemination?
No, it's not.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
But hey, this just in. It looks like Radio Runner has this 90-minute slot here, and I'm taking the last 15 minutes of it, and I'm doing ARRL unboxing. So
that must have been the message from 2.0, right?
No.
So he might be mad because we have talking about the other Jason Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So anyway. I'm going to kick that one off of the screen. So y'all definitely make sure you stock up on your Hot Pockets or whatever your emergency prep food of choice is.
So is K5 YVI Jet Bro, is he buying a 705? Because he's saying that he needs to review a 705 for his coast trip.
I don't know. Are you?
Maybe he's trying to get ICOM to send him one is what he's doing. I see how this works.
Yeah, so Curtis is building his own, pass-through, kind of like he's trying to do the homemade MFJ pass-through thing. And it actually looks pretty good. He's got, they stick out 8.5 inches on each side, but you got that plastic board stuff because, lumber is expensive. You can buy the plastic for a quarter of the price of a 2x4 now.
I have a buddy who built one out of aluminum door stop that you put on.
Aluminium?
Yeah, but I think if I remember correctly, I remember arguing with him about it causing problems because his coax thing that he had gone through there was using metal bolts that bolted up against it. And I was like, you're making that part of your shield ground, right? That's not going anywhere. And I think he was having problems. I think he had to do something about that. But it looked cool.
So, yeah, his is looking pretty good. So we shall see how it
So, Joe Brett, there is power at the campground, and there is power in the pavilions, and I think some of the tent areas and camper areas are going to be sketchy on power. But there will be power around.
I posted that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We're going to hope we all have power.
Yeah.
I have the power. What is that, He-Man or something?
Of course, the good part of this is my wife actually said, "Well, maybe you should go ahead and get that generator you've been eyeballing." I was like, "Yes, score."
I'll break some noise generating generators to I'm gonna get like some cheap Chinese one and bring it so I can just generate noise and mess everybody up.
Everybody will feel just like they're at home.
So there you go.
What do you mean Parks on the Air is this quiet noise floor stuff? I don't get it.
I gotta tell you, it's so enjoyable going out to the water and just you turn on the radio and there's no noise level and you're like, man, this is great.
Has anybody noticed a higher noise level the last couple of days? Because there has been some instability in the ionosphere from particles coming. We have 141, I think maybe it's 121 sunspots right now.
That's why your camera's having trouble.
Maybe, and which is a good thing, but they were saying expect some rising noise floors, and there's a coronal mass ejection expected in the next day or so, and then once that happens, we could potentially experience some radio blackout.
You ought to get to the sun some flowers so it doesn't kick you out.
I was going to text Tabitha real quick and just confer with her that that's the actual case, but I don't have her number, so I can't do it.
I can send it to you.
Hey Tabitha, if you're watching, and we'd love to have you on Coffee and Ham Radio.
Yeah,
radios with an S.
So, but what else we got going?
Spike saying that there was a couple of solar flares, and them flare-ups were.
They need some medicated pads for their flare-ups.
Right.
So, yeah. So Marty's asking if YVY is going out to California, and he's not. He's going down to the Gulf. See, it's not a real ocean; it's a wannabe ocean.
You know what I would like to see, because we're doing the squirrel thing now, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're definitely in squirrel. Okay. We're definitely in squirrel territory.
I'd like to see a YouTuber who might live in the Huntsville area go to Huntsville and go do like food reviews for us, so we know where to go eat while we're down there.
Joe Brett.
I might know one or two in the area, yeah.
So Brett Joe, that is very clearly not mine to loan out. So, in fact, I've kind of got permission to use it while she's in summer college, but even then she said I have to text her first before every time.
Summer college, is that where you go when you didn't do so well in fall college?
No, that's where you go when mom and dad have to pay a few $1,000s to get her some college credits before she's a senior. So, but the good part of it is when she graduates high school and starts college, she'll start college as a sophomore. So
she is a junior right now.
She's a senior now. She's officially
okay. Because but she can take college credits as a senior, correct?
She took college credits as a junior.
Okay, yeah, because my daughter was doing that too, and the one thing is that they were saying that she could take the classes at her high school or the community college. But I was like, I don't want her going to the community college because you got all them dudes over there.
13th grade, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want that. I mean, I went to community college when I graduated high school before I went to a university. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I was like, I feel like she's a little young to be hanging around, a bunch of drunk college dudes.
Yeah, nowadays she took 2 classes at the University of Mississippi last summer. And then she's taking several classes. They're through the community college, but they're actually taught on the high school campus.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then she's taking 4 university classes this summer. So, and then her AP credits and stuff. When she's done, she'll be out in 3 years. So I was like, hey, okay, rock on.
That's how you do that.
Start paying your own insurance, kid.
Yeah, I went to college for 6 years.
I did the 6-year plan too.
Dude's got some breaking news.
Breaking news, there's only 27 likes, but 40 some odd people watching.
Hit
the like button.
Yeah, click.
I've went to community college for the last, I don't know, besides the last year because of, the whole Rona. I think I went to community college for at least 10 of the last 15 years. I'm working on that 2-year degree.
I went straight to community college because it was $6 a credit hour in California.
Oh, wow.
Of course, that kind of dates me a little bit. but it was
Nobody
$6,
else was.
and it was in California, which I was a criminal justice major, and of course that meant the only way I was going to get to shoot pew-pews was to do it through school. And I had this retired LAPD captain who I was able to take his class for 4 semesters, and so for $6, I probably, golly, I don't know how many thousands of rounds I shot for $6 a semester.
That's awesome.
So
That's crazy. Community college was inexpensive. I think it was a little more than $6 a course, but
it's free for me. I guess you call it free, you know.
So
It only cost you one blank check.
Had to go fight a war and half break my back, but hey, it was free.
it's got a few issues left over from it. So Keith wanted to know how much of that agenda will be live streamed. I think the vast majority of it is live streamed. There are a few premieres in there.
Minor premieres. Well, but then again, we have live streams. Yeah, it's a good mix, but I think it would be more live than anything.
And Spike said he went to trade school, and I'm going to go ahead and put this out there as a school teacher. You get a lot of school teachers who say, everybody has to go to college. Negative, Ghost Rider.
Negative.
I'm just saying, okay.
A little bit of ambition goes a long way.
A little bit of ambition and, I don't know, knowing how to fix somebody's air conditioner in July can make, you can make some bank. I don't know what Spike went to trade school for, but, you get good at a trade, you can make some coin, man.
And let's be realistic.
Well, I have a friend whose son went to Cisco school. Like, he went and got all the Cisco certifications instead of going to college, and he's doing pretty good.
Oh, Cisco, that food serving.
SYSCO, yeah.
They're the ones that bring the chicken tenders to all.
They're the ones that make all of the restaurants in the area taste exactly the same.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, Cisco. Anyway,
so what were you going to say, dude?
I was going to say, let's be realistic. College isn't for everybody, like you say. Some people can go right out of high school and know exactly what they're going to do, and some people need to go to university and get that education. It's just whatever's going to fit that person, and I think everybody needs to be respected for whatever they do choose, because you could live a good life without any of them, to be honest with you.
And to be honest with you, there's a whole lot more to be said for enjoying what you do.
Absolutely.
Because if you're miserable in what you're doing for the rest of your life, then everybody around you is miserable too.
I live for a living.
And
I don't work for a living.
Spike's an auto technician, aka mechanic, and I like messing around with cars a bit, but I know enough to kind of sort of get them back together, right? But that's one of those gigs that everybody needs at some point. And if you like turning wrenches, hey, have at it, brother.
Hey, Curtis has got a good point. I mean, look who was considered essential workers when the whole thing hit, and it was all those people that for years and years everybody was like, oh, they don't have a college education, you're essential now. And don't get me wrong, there was nurses and everything along those lines too, but there was a lot of people who still they still had to go to work. Even though the
thing is, and like I'll probably get a bunch of hate for this, is that you can go to college and not come out educated, and I think that's really the challenge. Like, college can be a fantastic if you go and you take advantage of it, and it is a good fit for you, and it can really help you out.
Have a plan.
I think it's more.
Conversely, you can graduate from college.
Ham radios.
You can graduate from college and still not do well. And the reverse is true, right? You could choose to go into any other line of work or go to trade school or something like that and do fantastic, or you could do that and not do well. It really depends on the individual and what they do with the skills that they build.
And that's what exactly college is about, is kind of understanding who you have developed to be as a person and who you're going to be as a person. It may not even be about the education as much as it is like, what am I capable of? What do I need? Basically figuring out yourself as a person. At least that's what I tell some people who ask me.
Well, I needed to go to college to learn. So like when I graduated from high school, I wasn't grown for sure. And I wasn't ready to go out into the workforce or anything like that. And so I went to college to really learn how to work as a team with people, work on projects.
Yes.
And that was a really good thing for me. Fortunately, I went and I studied technology, information systems technology, and that's what I still do today for a living. But I think I got lucky with that.
I think you hit it on the dot there as far as that team thing goes, because there's people who were never exposed to like a group of people working together to achieve a project and stuff like that. And college is going to expose it to you because you can't do it alone.
And Andy went in the Navy, and a lot of folks go into the military. And I don't know how it is across the pond over there, but I know that here in the States, my dad was in the Navy for 20 and retired. And, my dad died 6 years ago. And my mom is still drawing that retirement. I mean, you can make a darn good living, especially if you get in young enough. You can retire and then have a whole second career afterward.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's still the same way. I know that there have been some changes, but
I'll tell you what, too, Steve.
Andy went to the Royal Navy, I think is what they call that.
I believe so.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell you what. When we first went into basic training, we had to go class after class after class. We were getting college credits for it too. Basic training gives you college credits, but one of the classes we went to was a financial advisement class, and they basically taught you, if you invest this much while you're in the military for 20 years, when you get out, you will be a millionaire. Mm-hmm. You know how many people took that advice, but
but they tell you that, and it's honestly because so much of what you have access to is at little to no cost to you, or can be if you do it correctly.
You could literally get out of the military at as young as 37 years old if you think about it, because you can go in at 17 with parental permission. So at 37, you can get out of the military as a millionaire, and then if you want to go do another career, go do another career.
That's what my dad did. He got out at, I think, right at 40, and the Navy paid for his college. He's had 3 degrees and whatnot, paid for all that, came out, and he was working in the defense industry as an engineer.
Yeah, but that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, you need to have some discipline in order to pull that off, right? Like, even taking the financial planning course, there's a lot of dudes who go into the military and then come out, and have some hardship there.
But you're absolutely right about the fact that you can go to college and still be an idiot. And I've worked and I'm not going to say I currently do because some people might watch this, but I'm just saying I have worked with people who have gone to college and gotten degrees, and they were just idiots. And so,
well, I mean, I hire people all the time to work in IT, and you listen, and I'm not trying to hate on anybody, but like listening to a 22-year-old kid tell me how his history degree prepared him for a career in IT. It's just, I'm like, come on, man. You might fool your parents with that, but you ain't fooling me.
But he can teach you about, the War of 1812.
Well, I'm a little upset about the War of 1812. We had a signed treaty with the Brits. Now I'm going to get on the thing with the Brits. We had a signed treaty with y'all, and then you guys tried to sneak attack us in the War of 1812. It's BS. I'm still upset about it. I haven't gotten over it.
The Battle of St. Leonard Creek. I grew up in St. Leonard. I have flashbacks.
All right, dude, go ahead.
What year was the War of 1812?
1842. I'm just kidding.
I was afraid of that. Yeah. No, but I was going to say, okay, so I got out of the military. I did the police officer thing, and I couldn't be a police officer anymore. And I think you kind of, at that point, you've changed so much as a person. You don't really have those social skills that you did before you were in the military as a police officer. So I had the GI Bill.
Jim is right. They also were in cahoots with the Canadians for that War of 1812, and that's why I lit them up in the Flame Wars chat 2 nights ago.
And that's why we don't drink Tim Hortons coffee.
Yeah, or Molson.
Right. But it gave me that opportunity to go back to college when everything happened with the police and the fire, and I got to learn to re-socialize with people. And for me, that was not an experience of educating myself again, because I'm plenty smart. I can figure these things out on my own. However, it gave me that opportunity to be like, okay, what are 18-year-olds who are coming in, or 21-year-olds who are coming into the workforce? How are they going to be socializing? What are the trends that they're seeing in these things? So I used that as an advantage to learn how to reintegrate into a society where I probably would have been like, if I would have went into the workforce, I would have been like, F you, pass me the effing salt or whatever. Where's your effing report, Or now I have to be like more like pleasable, like, hey, would you please get me that report sometimes in the next 4 to 6 months?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But in all seriousness, though.
Change the definition of done so you don't have to yell at your staff.
Yeah. Where's Tank? That's a good question.
Oh, I'm sure he'll pop up now and go, Tank Radio!
Well, I was talking to him, and he's recutting the YouTubers promo before the introduction. I think that's what he's working on. He was telling me that he was going to try to do that. So there's going to be a second version of the promo.
That's why they asked me for some bloopers.
No, I think that's a different thing.
That's Hayden,
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing: is Hayden was asking me about any bloopers. I was like, "Son, I don't mess up.
I delete them all. You know?
All of my videos are one take.
Listen, I got a 20 megabyte hard drive here, so as soon as I finish a video, I got to delete it. You know.
I have chewed up some hard drive though.
Oh yeah,
making all.
Well, I've left OBS recording, like so. I've recorded something and then left it recording, and then come back the next day, and my C drive is filled.
You know, I got that new computer for the other gig that it's got. I think it's got a terabyte, and it was getting awfully close to full. I had to get an external drive and throw all those things. This is
the Texas Instruments laptop.
No, it's the Timex Sinclair
TI-99 4B.
Right.
I'm gonna need one of those NAS storage devices. Is it NAS or NAS?
NAS.
Holy wars.
It probably technically should be NAS because it's network attached, not network attached storage.
Right.
It is NAS, and I'll tell you why. Because HAS is the same thing, but it's got an H instead of an N.
So what does HAS stand
for? Gas.
HAS it stands for something that you has.
Vic 20. Yes.
Was.
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 And this is why the English language is a.
So it's a NUS. It's a NUS. Actually, is what it is. Oh, I got to give me one of them 5 terabyte NUS things.
So backing up to Career Pass, Hobnail Boot Radio. Okay, truck mechanic. You want to talk about some dude? A diesel mechanic? Those dudes can make some cash.
I watched this guy. He was a diesel mechanic, and a guy brought the truck in, and like the steering or something was messed up on it. And this guy yanked that front tire off, and then he pulled out this bearing thing and all this, and knew exactly what it was. It was crazy.
Yeah, I got a buddy who's a diesel mechanic, and it's just ridiculous. You know, he's on the fire department with us, and we'll all be sitting there trying to figure out what's wrong with him. He'll just walk in, and I mean, he's like a scrawny looking. He can climb all the way down in the engine bay, and he'll have it fixed in minutes. I'm like,
but it's like they bring in this truck with a problem. The guy's like, yeah, okay, you need to. Tells him exactly what
he wafts it. He's like,
that's what I do with Raspberry Pis and Commodore 64s.
Yeah.
Yep. Vic tips off.
We're getting close to time.
We are getting close, and in fact, it's Ham Nation night. So I am right? It is Ham Nation.
It is Ham Nation night. So that means
means we are all going to slide over to Ham Radio Crash Course and get with the Ham Nation folks.
And tell them over there that Coffee and Ham Radio send you.
Yeah, everybody needs to go over there and put in there that you came from here. Just because that's what cool people do. And any last parting words?
Yep, just thank you, everybody.
The Hamfest this weekend, everybody.
Yeah, don't forget the Hamfest this weekend. Thank you, everybody. Somebody throw that link in there.
For
Rob.
Give me 12 to 15 minutes, please.
So yeah, we can talk for 15 minutes. But seriously, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for supporting the Padawans. And if you're not subscribed,
Jim got us 5105.
Nice.
Remember, wait, that's not the right chat. Sorry, whatever chat that just was.
This hour went by fast.
That went to his Only Hams account.
Remember to let them know who sent you here.
So,
please let them know who sent you. I'm not begging or anything, but please.
But please.
Got to see when that.
I'm watching, by the way.
Right, I'll know.
So, all righty. Well, I don't see the link yet. Did you throw the link in there?
Here, I'll do it. Like maybe I'm getting blocked because I'm not an admin. I'm not a mod.
How are you not a mod?
Yeah. Could I please have a
that's really disappointing.
Throw a wrench at him.
Yeah, we're gonna throw a wrench at you. You're gonna have to say something so I can throw you a wrench, though.
I got it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I just got banned because I sent too many messages.
Tio's got it.
Oh, Andy Cowley got it too.
There we go. All right, so y'all click the link. Say Coffee and Ham Radio sent you, and we appreciate y'all being here. And 7-3, everybody.
Bye.
7-3. Bye.